I first want to start by congratulating you. Well, let's see if we got this. Because you are not just winners of a trip, you are today's new global entrepreneur. And that's really, I think, one of the things that I hope you'll get out of today and this trip is how you see yourself. That you are not just a small business, but you're a global business. And you're a global entrepreneur that's making things different in the world and making things better. You're really important. And I want to make sure you have that message. You know how important you are? President Obama actually talked about you in his State of the Union address. Now, he may not have mentioned you by name, but he actually did. And when I listened to the State of the Union address, I thought about the people in this room, because he said there is a national goal of doubling our exports by 100%, doubling our exports by the year 2014. And that will only happen if people in the room like you help grow your businesses, help your own success, and then help spread the word that there is a global world of business out there that you can be part of. So you are doing important work here, and I want to put that in context for you. America really wants you to export. Let's think about what happens when you export. Now, of course, you're concentrated on trying to grow your business. You want more sales. You want more money. You want a vacation in the south of France or even in the south of Florida. So you want to create a business for yourself. But America also is behind you. Because when you export, it does a lot of great things for this country. It makes us more competitive worldwide. It increases our balance of trade. So we have more money coming in than going out. And that helps the strength of the dollar. It helps our economy. It creates jobs here at home. And it reduces that horrible debt that we have in this country. So you are really part of the solution. As you read the newspaper, if you listen to the news, I hope you still read a newspaper. I know many people don't any longer, but it's still a good idea. You can think that you are part of what's going on in America. You are part of this economy, and you're part of the solution. And it's really important. So I salute you, because you are winners, and you are going to help this country win. Okay? And most importantly, as you win, as we win, it's about jobs. Unemployment in this country is significant, and it's steady. And it's going to be companies like yours that create the jobs of today and tomorrow. And one of the ways of doing that is by being a global entrepreneur. By creating jobs here at home, you can create jobs here at home, both by finding new markets and new sources so that you can run better businesses. And that's critically important for the people who live down the street or live in your community or live across this country in helping getting them back to work. So I want to put that in the context that this isn't just about a great trip, although there is a great trip in store for you. And it's not just about increasing your bank account, but what you're doing is really important work and has important and significant consequences for real people. Okay? Now, I know many of you may not be exporting. Some of you may be going to find sources of material or manufacturing or labor or knowledge or partnerships, and that it may not be a matter of exporting. But in any case, as you become more competitive, as you build your business by finding those resources wherever they are in the world, because there is a world of resources out there, you build better businesses, and that inevitably builds more jobs here. So whether you're exporting, which we hope you will do, or whether you are looking for resources around the world, the goal here is to make your businesses stronger and create better jobs here and improve our economy. It's a lot to ask for you when it's still early in the morning and you're going to have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So let's see if we can get this. Advance the slide, I think, if we can. All right, so as we're putting all of that on your shoulders, I'm going to give you another task. Because it's not just enough to save our economy, as if that's not enough to put on your shoulders. You're also going to become global ambassadors. And that's another way for you to see yourself, because you are now going to spread the message. You are experiencing firsthand what we need our small businesses in the United States to do, which is to view the world as a whole world of their business opportunities. And as a result of having this kind of trip, You have a message to spread, whether you're spreading it on Twitter or Facebook, social media. What's our hashtag for today? BAF2F. So if it's sitting there tweeting, feel free to start tweeting right now. BAF2F is the hashtag. Whether you're spreading the word or putting it on your Facebook page, putting it on your blog, just telling your friends, speaking at entrepreneurship groups, the message that you have to spread is you are the ambassador of global entrepreneurship. Because for too long, I've been dealing with small businesses for 2 decades, and most small businesses just think of themselves as American businesses. And we are not going to win in the long run if our vision of our businesses stop at our borders. Because frankly, our competitors see the world, and we have to see the world as well. So you have to become global ambassadors of this message. And part of that message is that no business, no matter how small, can afford to not be a global business. I have a relatively small business, but let me tell you how we're global. The first way that we started being global, like many people, is we found a resource. I have a publishing company. We publish books on entrepreneurship and small business. And our books are printed in Canada, one of the 2 major trading partners, most strong trading partners of the United States. The other one being? UK? Who's our closest neighbor other than Canada? Mexico. You know, proximity does make it easier to do business. And so the 2 largest trading partners with the United States are, naturally enough, our next door neighbors. So I have my books printed in Canada, so now I'm an importer. But at the same time, my books are translated into over 30 languages around the world. We have partnerships with publishers throughout the world. You can order my books on Amazon, and they are sent to every place around the world. I hear they're very popular in Uruguay for some reason, but we'll have to find out. So any business of any size can find both resources and markets throughout the world. And that's part of what you're spreading the word about. There's another thing you're spreading the word about, which is the importance of face-to-face. Well, first of all, in going back to spreading the word, here's an important statistic. Only 1%, just 1% of US businesses export. That's a really small percentage. And yet, even with only 1%, that means a lot of dollars. Look at those numbers. $400 to $500 billion a year in exports from small businesses. Now, if our goal is to double our exports by 2014, in just the next few years, that means we could have $1 trillion in exports from small companies. And you know what? Many of you in this room are going to be part of that growth. Those numbers, when we put them up, when we're at the BA face-to-face contest in 2014, we're going to be able to say it was people in the room back in 2011 who helped increase that number. It's you folks.